Hey there, my name's Colin. Mate said to me next time I do my next bike build I should video it and make a bit of a YouTube thing about it. So here I am. See how this goes, because I don't really like the look of my own face, and I don't like the sound of my own voice either. So I'm probably editing this back now and thinking, fucking hell, shut up, mate. But no, it's a little bit about me. I built in 2018-2019, built a CB 500. Which I then went on to race all through 2019. Didn't do that well, didn't do that bad, but it was an experience, not to say the least. And then obviously 2020, COVID came in and ruined everything. So during COVID lockdown, I also built a second CB 500, which I went on to sell. So I'll put a few videos and pictures up now just for you to see and see how they came out like. Have a look. So this is the bike that I bought in 2018. It's a Honda CB 500. Bought it off a chap in London who had owned it since noon. Done 70,000 miles, but the last 3 years he'd owned it, he just never used it, so it sat on his driveway and got a bit rusty. So when I bought it, completely stripped it down, repowder coated the frame, did a little bit of engine work, nothing too bad, and then obviously fitted all the race parts to it as well. And yeah, started racing back in 2019. So raced with Thundersport, doing the 500 championship. Did sort of about 7 or 8 rounds, I think it was. So it wasn't quite enough rounds to actually change my licence from what was intermediate novice to clubman. And it was only this year that I actually managed to finally get my last few signatures that I required to remove that horrendous looking orange bib. So yeah, it's been a good year just to finally get that done, and as you can see from the video, I was happy to see the back of the orange bib, that's for sure. Fuck off. And this is the second CB 500 that I bought off of a mate. I believe it was a stolen recovered bike. So exact same thing with this one, repowder coated the frame, a bit more engine work required on this one, actually took the head off and relapped all the valves, everything like that. But yeah, same thing, repaint, rebuild, and finally took it to Donington to do a couple of track days on, but it was just more the hassle of taking 2 bikes, just wasn't really worth it, so I ended up selling it on and getting rid of it. So as you can see from the video, that was a couple of the CB 500s I built. This is the one that's still here now, the main one that I still actually race. Just waiting for a bit of winter love, so get onto that one as soon as. But first things first, this is the bike that I will be doing next. So it's a Mark 1 1999 Suzuki Bandit 600. Hoping to race it with the Formula Pro stocks with NG. Hopefully next year if I get my arse in the gear and actually get it built. But this is the start of it. So I've already had the carbs off of it, just to have a quick look. As you can see from the photos, they're actually pretty clean inside. So I know the bike does have a slight misfire. So doing a compression test, one of the cylinders is pretty low. In fairness, they're all pretty low. So that'll be a job to do next. And then basically just tear it down, clean it up, paint it up, and get it ready for next year. But enough of the chit chat, time to strip it bare and get cracking. Here we go. Right, that's it. Bandit's all apart. Still got the swing arm to take off yet and the top yokes, but all in all, taken about just over 2 hours. So next job is to take the head off the engine, see why the low compression's being caused, and see if it's worth spending any money. So yeah, all in all, successful Boxing Day. But yeah, so see what happens now. See if we can get the head off and see why, and yeah, might be an episode 2, might not. Depends whether or not I like this look at my own face on video, but as you can tell, a bit cold in the garage tonight, so time to head home, have something to eat. Cheers.